As a musical artist, Barry Manilow has attained a level of success and adoration over his career that few others have managed to achieve. Known for his soulful ballads and captivating performances, Manilow has remained a beloved figure in the industry for decades. But behind the glitz and glamour, he harbored a secret he held close to his heart for 39 years. Recently, in an emotional revelation that left fans and critics alike stunned, Manilow finally broke his silence about his closely guarded secret. Manilow's early life and career. Barry was born Barry Allen Pincus in 1943 and grew up in the Williamsburg neighborhood of Brooklyn, New York. From a young age, he was drawn to music and performance. When Barry was only 7, his mother Edna Manilow took notice of his musical talents and enrolled him in piano lessons. He progressed quickly on the piano, and by age 13, he was accepted into the prestigious Juilliard Performing Arts School, where he studied for a short time before being dismissed. Undeterred, Manilow continued honing his musical skills and attended the New York College of Music and the Juilliard School, while also working a variety of odd jobs. During this time, he married his high school sweetheart, Susan Deixler, but that only lasted 1 year, as he realized he wasn't ready to settle down. His passion was creating music. Manilow started out writing advertising jingles in the 60s to pay the bills. Some of the famous jingles he composed are still remembered today, like State Farm's "Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is There," and Band-Aid's "I'm Stuck on Band-Aid 'Cause Band-Aid's Stuck on Me." His lively melodies and clever lyrics left a mark in American pop culture. In the early 70s, Manilow was recruited by Bette Midler to serve as her music director and pianist for her Continental Baths concert series, providing accompaniments and arrangements. This launched his career to new heights as he produced Midler's first 2 major label albums. Everything changed when Manilow released the pop ballad Mandy in 1974, quickly skyrocketing to fame as a solo artist. He followed with other iconic hits like Copacabana, Looks Like We Made It, and Can't Smile Without You. Manilow became a sensation with his signature blend of piano-driven soft rock and pure pop vocals. He racked up sales of over 85 million records worldwide, making him one of the best-selling artists of all time. Relationship with Garry Kief. In 1978, Manilow met TV exec Garry Kief at a party in LA. Kief, a Houston native, worked at one of the major networks and had caught Manilow's live act in Vegas. According to Manilow, there was an instant connection, and he knew Kief was the one. Kief soon stepped into the role as Manilow's manager, helping steer the pop star's already massive career to even greater heights. He brought a keen business sense and management acumen to the table. He credits Kief with being the brains behind the superstar, calling him the smartest person he's ever met. While their romance developed swiftly, the couple kept it out of the public eye. At a time when same-sex relationships were far less accepted, Manilow chose to keep his private life exactly that. His legions of fans were none the wiser. In public, he was often seen accompanied by pal Linda Allen, a former model and actress. Allen lived with Manilow and Kief for a number of years, providing cover for the men's relationship. Manilow's friend Suzanne Summers said Kief handled this unusual arrangement with compassion. Away from the cameras, Manilow and Kief built a loving partnership that spanned decades. There were challenges, including Kief's initial struggle with the chaos of Manilow's fame. But the two worked through them side by side. Even as social attitudes evolved, Manilow remained silent about his sexuality into the 21st century. He wed Kief in a private ceremony at their Palm Springs home in 2014 after same-sex marriage became legal in California. Coming out publicly. For nearly 40 years, Manilow kept his sexuality and relationship with Kief confidential. The pop icon was dogged by rumors of being gay, but consistently deflected questions about his orientation. Manilow says he stayed quiet because he feared backlash and losing his largely female fan base if they knew he was gay. Behind the scenes, Manilow and Kief were committed partners, but the singer insisted on total privacy, refusing to make any public acknowledgement. Even close friends were sworn to secrecy. When Manilow bought a Palm Springs mansion, he put the multi-million-dollar property in Linda Allen's name to avoid linking his name to Kief's in records. Remaining closeted was agonizing at times for both Manilow and Kief. They attended events together frequently, but avoided showing affection or discussing their relationship. Manilow now admits it took an emotional toll to keep such a huge part of his life hidden. When the couple finally tied the knot, they didn't announce it, and the wedding remained unknown. A year later, friend Suzanne Summers publicly disclosed that Manilow and Kief had married. The news made headlines, and Manilow's sexuality was blown open. It was jolting for Manilow, who had gotten accustomed to privacy. He was forced to stop dodging and tacitly acknowledged being gay in interviews. But Manilow refrained from offering details until 2017, when he discussed coming out and his relationship in an exclusive People magazine interview. Looking back, Manilow says concealing his orientation for so long was agonizing, but avoided complications with fans. Ultimately, the support he received after coming out showed his fears were unfounded. He expresses gratitude at how accepting the public response has been. Still, he says if he could go back, he would have come out sooner. Holding this secret and not feeling free to fully be himself weighs on Manilow. The passage of time has given him perspective on the relief of living openly. Now, Manilow is more comfortable embracing his identity and relationship with Kief. The couple lives in Palm Springs with their dogs. After years about being evasive about his personal life, Manilow now candidly shares anecdotes about their home and relationship. What it means. Barry's decision to come out publicly after all these years carries profound significance, both personally and culturally. His revelation, veiled for nearly 40 years, sends a poignant message. For older generations, Manilow exemplifies the complex emotions faced in reconciling one's orientation. He gives insight into deep-rooted fears of discrimination that influence choices to remain closeted. Younger LGBTQ+ people may relate to the lingering shame Manilow conveys. His story underscores the need for continued progress towards acceptance. The pop icon's trajectory also highlights changing social attitudes. When Manilow's career launched in the 70s, discussing being gay simply wasn't an option. This stigma caused internal conflict. But as more high-profile figures have come out, norms have shifted. Manilow ultimately found support that gave him the confidence to be open. Yet his reluctance, even after getting married in 2014, demonstrates that fear doesn't disappear overnight. Even with societal gains, coming out remains daunting. By speaking his truth, Manilow dismantles assumptions that superstars are immune to struggles about sexual orientation. After a lifetime of shielding his world, Manilow now feels called to uplift others by reflecting on his own experience. His willingness to be vulnerable has power. Now it's time to hear from you. Are you a fan of Barry Manilow? What's your favorite song of his? Let us know in the comments section below.